Namaste, Reji.
Namaskaram.
I'm having some internet problems. I can't hear you guys as well.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Yeah. Today's topic is common
Namaste,
medicinal
ma'am.
plants. Yeah. Namaste.
Namaste, ma'am.
Namaste. So, while understanding common medicinal plants, we need to know a few more characters about it so that we can understand the actual function of a particular substance or of a particular medicinal plant. So, I've added a few things. You may feel it little, what do you say, core of Ayurveda, but still I think we'll be able to grasp it. We'll be able to grasp it. So we'll go ahead with the session now. Every substance or every medicinal plant every substance or every medicinal plant has these 5 things: rasa, guna, virya, vipaka, and prabhava. Rasa, guna, virya, vipaka, and prabhava. All of us are aware about rasa, what it is. Rasa, it tells about the taste and denotes structural arrangement of drugs. Leave aside structural arrangement of drugs, it tells about the taste. Okay, rasa indicates the taste. We have come across lashuna. Lashuna is garlic. Garlic is having a particular taste. We use cinnamon, we use pepper. They are all having different tastes. So these tastes are comprising of shad rasas. These tastes are comprising of shad rasas. Now, every substance, every medicinal plant, every substance, every medicinal plant has these 5: rasa, guna, virya, vipaka, prabhava. Among rasas, the substance may have all the 6 rasas, or it may have 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or all 6 rasas predominantly. Okay. Guna. Guna means attribute or basic nature of the drug. Guna means attribute or basic nature of the drug. Basically, what is the drug? Is it Guru? Is it Laghu? Is it Ushna? Is it Shita? Etc. Virya. Virya is related to the potency. Virya is related to the potency. There are 6 type of virya, but we will be considering drugs only, or medicinal plants or a substance based on only 2 viryas, that is Ushna virya and Shita virya. Whether a substance is Ushna or Shita, we'll be considering these into consideration. Vipaka indicates biotransformation or metabolite of the drug. What happens when it is being digested, the post digestive effect. Okay, either it is mudra vipaka, amla vipaka, or katu vipaka, that we need to see. Prabhava refers to specific action or post digestion effect of the drug. So this prabhava is a little tricky to understand. You may not be able to easily digest this, but at least rasa, guna, virya, vipaka are important for a person to understand while employing the usage of certain medicines or certain substances. Very essential. Okay. Now, rasa resembles properties of dravya related to sense organ. How does the tongue perceive these tastes? Is it sweet, sour, salt, pungent, bitter, astringent, etc.? So among these rasas, you will have a drug will have any among these rasas. Now, this rasa, now we know, I have been repeating that rasas are made up of Panchamahabhutas. Now, since there is difference in Panchamahabhutas with respect to the different tastes, so the action also will be different. So the action of the drug also will be different. So each rasa will have its own characteristics. Each rasa will have its own characteristics. Let's see one by one. Madhura rasa. Madhura rasa is very nourishing in nature, very nourishing in nature. And in the previous session, we have learned that Madhura, Amla, Lavana. Madhura, Amla, and Lavana rasa. Madhura is sweet, Amla is sour, Lavana is salt. Madhura, Amla, Lavana rasa, they are going to pacify Vata. They are going to pacify Vata. Madhura rasa, what does this do? If a substance is having Madhura Rasa, what are the benefits you think we may get from it? It promotes the strength. That means it is balya. That means it is balya. Okay. Complexion, keenness of sense organs. So that is proper functioning of sense organs. Provides contentment, prolongs the lifespan, prevents aggravation of vata and pitta. Prevents aggravation of vata and pitta. What one should know about rasa is, yes, basic concept that it is going to nourish the body, improves the complexion, okay, good for the sense organs, and prevents aggravation of vata and pitta dosha. Essential. It is essential that it prevents aggravation of vata and pitta dosha. Next, amla rasa. It is carminative as well as appetizer. So it increases the appetite and also helps in digestion. Improves taste. Amla rasa improves taste. Good for heart. Spreads quickly in the body. So this amla rasa pacifies vata dosha. Amla rasa pacifies vata dosha. See, madhura rasa, madhura rasa pacifies vata and the pitta dosha, whereas amla rasa pacifies vata dosha. Amla rasa pacifies vata dosha. Amla rasa is good for heart rudhya. Amla rasa is appetizer. Amla rasa is appetizer. So whenever you come across loss of appetite, think of using substances which are having amla rasa. Next, lavana rasa possesses carminative. It helps in digestion. Again, it is deepana and pachana. It is appetizer and carminative and has moistening properties. It clears the system or clears the channels. This property is important. It clears the channels, spreads quickly all over the body. This property of clearing the channels and spreading quickly all over the body is essential. Whenever we come across patients of rheumatoid arthritis, whenever we come across patients of rheumatoid arthritis, then I think this concept should be borne in mind, provided they are blood sugar, no, sorry, high blood pressure levels are within control, then medicines with lavana rasa can be advised in that condition, because we need srodana. That property is there in lavana rasa, that is cleansing the channels. This first three rasas, madhura, amla, and lavana rasa, they pacify vata dosha. Madhura, amla, lavana rasa, they pacify vata dosha. Katurasa controls movement of vata, stool, urine, and stimulates digestive fire, improves the perception. Improves the perception. And once you keep katurasa in the mouth, once you place this katurasa in the mouth, there is watering of the eye. There is watering of the eye. Katurasa is basically pungent. Think of yourself while you are eating chili, what will happen to you? And this also has that property of clearing the channels, property of clearing the channels. See, the first three rasas, what we are reading, Madhura, Amla, Lavana rasas, they pacify Vata dosha. Yes, Madhura rasa pacifies even Pitta dosha. So next, Katu, Tikta, Kashaya. Katu, Tikta, and Kashaya, they pacify Pitta dosha. They pacify Pitta dosha. Okay. So Katu rasa pacifies Pitta dosha, controls the movement of Vata. Okay. Next. So this, what do you say? Our movement of fecus, urine, etc. are under the control of Katu rasa. Now Tikta. Tikta rasa, it acts as absorbent, cleans channels, improves taste, it reduces anorexia, thirst, worms, fever, burning sensation, skin diseases. See, very important. Always for one is it acts as absorbent. This absorbent nature is we should keep in mind. The thing is, whenever you are having excessive discharge from the body, or being what you call, if at all there is uh, water retention in the body, then the medicine should be used as Tiktarasa. It acts as absorbent, cleanses channels, improves taste, it reduces anorexia, thirst. Anorexia is loss of appetite. Okay, see, this Tiktarasa drugs or Tiktarasa substances, they may be basically not good to taste. But after eating that, whatever you eat, you will relish. Okay, they personally are not having a good taste, but they make other substances to taste well. That is one special property of Tiktarasa. Okay, yes. And Tiktarasa is very good for worms. Tiktarasa is very good for worms. fever, burning sensation, skin diseases. See, we came across that Madura, Tikta, Kashaya. Madura, Tikta, and Kashaya. So first three rasas are, just write down, Madura, Amla, Lavana rasas pacify Vata dosha. Katu, Tikta, Kashaya rasas pacify Kapha dosha. Madura, Tikta, Kashaya rasas pacify Pitta dosha. Madura, Tikta, and Kashaya rasas pacify Pitta dosha. Tikta rasa is substances, medicinal plants, etc. are drug of choice for fever, for burning sensation, burning micturition, skin disease especially. So Tikta rasas are very important. Wherever you feel there is Pitta involvement, Tikta rasa substances have to be given. Wherever you feel there is the Pitta involvement, Pitta rasa substances has to be advised. Next, since it is going to pacify Pitta, it is also going to pacify Rakta Dhatu. It's also going to pacify the Rakta Dhatu. Any disorders affecting the Rakta Dhatu can be well addressed with the Pitta rasa substances. Kashaya rasa. Madura, Tikta, Kashaya. They pacify Pitta dosha. Used in Kafaja and Pittaja. Yes. So Madura, Katu, Tikta, Kashaya also pacify Kapha dosha. So Kapha and Pittaja disorders, it's going to helpful. And Kashaya rasa is very, very important. As we said, Tikta rasa is predominant substances are good for skin diseases. Kashaya rasa substances are very beneficial for diarrhea or your GI infections of rather diarrhea, which is having a loose stool where water content is increased. Dries up the body moisture, heals wound wherever you find exudate, there, promotes normal skin color in excess. Use can cause obstruction to semen and flatulence. Excessive use can cause obstruction to semen, or Kashaya rasa in excess is not advisable in the reproductive age for men. Okay. So just to summarize these 6 rasas, first importantly is, can somebody tell me which rasas pacify which dosha? This is important for you to know.
Madhu, Lavna, and Amla pacify Vat.
Yes.
Tikta, they pacify Vat. I mean Pitta.
Yeah, Tikta pacifies Pitta.
Okay.
Madhu also pacifies Pitta?
It's not Madhu, it is Madhura.
Madhura.
You say Madhu. Huh.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
also
Madhura
pacifies
also
Pitta.
pacifies. Yeah, Madhura also pacifies Pitta. Correct.
Okay, Doc, does Kashaya only help in Kapha doshas and Pitta? Is there any other ones that help with Kapha?
Kashaya rasa helps in decreasing Kapha and Pitta. Katu Tikta Kashaya. See, Madhura Amla Lavana, Katu Tikta Kashaya is the series. Madhura Amla Lavana, they pacify Vata dosha. Katu Tikta Kashaya, they pacify Kapha dosha. Madhura Tikta Kashaya, they pacify Pitta dosha.
Madhura Tikta Kashaya, they
pacify, they reduce Pitta dosha.
Pitta dosha. Okay.
Ma'am, can you repeat, please?
Yes, Madhura, Amla, and Lavana.
It pacifies Vata.
Vata. Okay.
Ma'am, please repeat again all.
Yeah, Madhura, Amla, Lavana rasa. They pacify Vata dosha. Katu, Tikta, and Kashaya pacify Pitta dosha. Katu, Tikta, Kashaya pacify Kapha doshas. Madhura, Tikta, Kashaya pacify Pitta dosha. Madhura, Tikta, Kashaya pacifies Pitta dosha.
Sorry, Doc, can you just repeat the Kapha dosha, please?
Yeah. Katu, Tikta,
Kashaya.
And Kashaya.
Pacify Kapha dosha.
Kapha dosha, okay.
Madura, the Kashaya, pacify Pitta dosha.
Ma'am, can you give us a list of the names of fruits and vegetables with their gunas?
Yeah, I have not exactly the fruits and vegetables. I have given you certain spices. So I am doing this just to understand those spices much better.
Okay.
Okay.
Because
So
like
if
in vegetables also, certain vegetables like cruciferous vegetables, they are very rich in vat. They are heavy on vat and that kind of thing I wanted to know. The gunas.
See, I should, if I'm telling something, it should be authentic or it should be from some references. Okay. But if you ask me
Okay.
some certain commonly available vegetables, I can tell you with my own knowledge of me applying that to the vegetables and fruits. So as of now, I have not added fruits and vegetables. But if you ask me in the question answer round, then based on my knowledge and experience, I'll be able to tell the impact of those on the body. The impact, the rasa panchaka of those particular substances. Okay.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
amla is for Vata. But
Which
it
one?
is amla.
Yeah, amla controls vata.
But taking amla sometimes getting acidity, no?
Acidity is pitta.
Okay.
Okay.
I want to say sometime any type of pickles, those are amla pickles. Any type of pickles is heavy. Then it feelings acidity. That's why.
Yeah, see, your pickles are having too much of chili powder. Chili powder will aggravate pitta dosha for sure.
Okay.
Chili powder process.
Chili powder is pitta for pitta dasha.
Yes, yes. Chili powder
Is
will increase
increase.
pitta.
Pitta dasha increase. Chili powder.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Okay. Next, coming to the guna. See, guna is located in a particular dravya. As we know, we are talking about all these rasa panchakas in one particular substance. So one particular substance will have rasa and also it will have its guna. So guna, as we said, as we studied in the previous session in Ahara Vidhi Visheshayatana, that black gram is basically guru and the green gram is basically light. So those properties.
Lagu, yeah.
Yeah, Guru and Lagu, Snigdha, Ruksha, Ushna, Shita, etc. gunas are present in a particular substance. It is the presence of these gunas that imparts a particular action to a substance, that imparts a particular action to a substance. Okay. Next, Virya. I told in the introduction slide itself. Virya describes the potency of a substance. Potency. So this potency is basically Ushna or Shita, whether it is hot in potency or it is cold in potency. We have only two potencies, whether it is hot or whether it is cold. If it is hot, it is going to aggravate Pitta dosha. If it is cold, it is going to reduce the Kapha dosha.
Pitta.
And if it's cold, it is going to increase the Pitta dosha. Okay, and it's going to reduce the Pitta dosha. Okay, if it's cold, it's going to increase the Kapha dosha. So like this, based on whether it is hot or cold, we'll have certain picture about that particular substance as to what it will act on our body, Shita Virya pacifies Pitta and increases Kapha Vyata. Ushna Virya pacifies Kapha Vata and increases Pitta. Vipaka. Vipaka means change in taste of a substance at the end of digestion. Vipaka is what happens to this once we have consumed it. What happens to this once we have consumed it? So we have to study what has happened to it once we have taken. So once we have taken the substance, it will end up in either Madhura Vipaka, Amla Vipaka, or Katura Vipaka. If it is undergoing Madhura Vipaka, then it is Madhura Rasa. Whatever substance you are taking which is having Madhura Rasa, that Rasa will undergo Madhura Vipaka. Amla Lavana Rasas, Amla and Lavana Rasas, the two Rasas, Amla and Lavana Rasa will undergo Amla Vipaka. Katu, Tikta and Kashaya Rasa will undergo Katu Vipaka. So if you are taking a substance like say dry raisins are basically having Madhura Rasa. Okay, Madhura and Amla Rasa. Okay, so this dry raisins or raisins itself are called dry. Okay, so these raisins, they being having Madhura and Amla Rasa, so it will undergo Madhura Vipaka and Amla Vipaka. Assuming you are taking bitter gourd is having Tikta Rasa. Okay, and you're making some sabji with the Katu Rasa, etc., with chili powder, etc. So it is having Tikta and Katu Rasa. So it will undergo Katu Vipaka. So it will undergo Katu Vipaka. Now, if a substance you have taken has Madhura Rasa, uh, what? Apple. Say for example, apple. You are eating apple. Apple is Madhura Rasa and Shita Virya. So coming to the Rasa, it is Madhura Rasa and Shita Virya. So since it is Madhura Rasa, it will undergo Madhura Vipaka. It is Shita in Virya. Now apple is Madhura Rasa, Shita Virya. Now what will be its action? It will be Brahmana Balya. When we studied the properties of Madhura Rasa, we know that it is promoting the strength. Brahmana Balya. Okay, it provides contentment after eating. It prevents aggravation of vata and pitta. So you need to understand these drugs. What will they do to our body? So,
Hello.
it is
Hi, sir.
Shitavirya.
मैंने कुछ रिवाइज नहीं किया. Yeah, yes.
Okay, and it will undergo Madhura Vipaka. Prabhava. It's a type of inexplicable energy, therefore also termed as Achintya Shakti. So we are unable to explain how the Prabhava of a substance is. And this Prabhava is more potent than Rasa and Virya. So Prabhava is responsible for certain actions like Samshodhana action of Madanaphala and Rechana action of Danti. So this, let me not go deep into it. Okay, we will just skip this part. So we will just stick on to Madhura, Rasa, Guna, Virya, Vipaka. Okay. Yes. Now we have this substance called as Ardraka. So I have listed a few spices. All of you are aware of this. Let me know if anyone is not aware, then we'll think. Okay, all these are there in your kitchen. So we'll be using, I'll be telling the Rasa Panchaka of these. In the next section, in the next session, we will see what they will do to us or how do we take it as a home remedy. Okay. Yes. Ardraka is ginger in its wet form. Ardraka is ginger in its wet form. Okay. So botanical name of that is Gingiber officinale. Gingiber officinale, Gingiberaceae. Next. Now we need to understand. Now it is having Katurasa. Guna is Ruksha and Tikshna. Ruksha is dry. Tikshna is it has the penetrating capacity. It has the penetrating capacity. It is Ushna Virya. It is Ushna Virya and it undergoes Madhura Vipaka. Here there is a slight difference. Katu Tikta Rakashaya Rasas had to undergo Katu Vipaka, but this is undergoing Madhura Vipaka. Just remember this as it is. Don't break your head much. Okay. It pacifies Kapha dosha. It is indicated in Mandagni, Shwasa and Kasa. Okay. So just take here. We just you think of this. All of you who can remember or who has written down that Katu, Tikta and Kashaya Rasas, they pacify Kapha dosha is the formula there. Katu, Tikta and Kashaya Rasas pacify Kapha dosha. So here, since it's having Katu Rasa, it is going to pacify the Kapha dosha. Kapha dosha. Okay. Since it is having Katu Rasa, it is going to improve the appetite. It's going to improve the appetite. And it is going to have an action on Shwasa and Kasa because Shwasa and Kasa are basically Kaphaja disorders. Shwasa and Kasa are basically Kaphaja disorders. And this has the capacity to reduce the Kapha in the body. This has the capacity to reduce the Kapha in the body. Okay. If you didn't understand, you can tell me. I'll try to repeat or convince you in a little better manner. If you have understood, I'll go ahead. This is a little more into core of Ayurveda.
Please repeat for me. Thank you.
Yeah. So we need to understand that like what is the Rasa, Guna and Virya. Based on that, he will be able to conclude on what dosha it's going to act, on what dosha it's going to act. Since we know or it is written here that ginger is having Katu Rasa. Since we know that ginger is having katurasa, this katurasa will pacify the kapha dosha. Katurasa has the capacity to reduce kapha dosha. Now, when we have idea that katurasa will remove the kapha dosha from the body, now we need to understand that if it is going to remove the kapha dosha from the body, that means it will help in the diseases which are caused due to kapha. In the diseases which are caused due to kapha. So diseases that are due to kapha are Shwasa and Kasa. Shwasa and Kasa are nothing but the what you call the cough and asthma, etc. Whenever you are having conditions like that, then the drug of choice or your what you call home remedies of choice should have substances which are having katurasa, which are having katurasa. Next, we say something called as mandaki or loss of appetite or anorexia. So that is also due to kapha. In that condition, taking ginger, which is katurasa, will help in rekindling the digestive fire. Will help in rekindling the digestive fire. I'll go with another 2-3 slides. Then I think you'll be able to understand much better. Ajamoda, Apium gravulans, APAC, botanical name, family name we need for proper identification. Ajamoda. Can somebody tell this English name of this?
Is
Carom
it caraway
seeds?
seeds?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or is it
Yeah, correct.
carom?
Carom or caraway?
Carom or caraway seeds? Ajwain.
Yeah,
Ajwain, yes.
Okay, so all of you have understood, it's good. Okay, now here, this is a very good drug of choice for stomach pain, very good drug of choice for dysmenorrhea, patients during menstruation when they have stomach pain. Okay, so here, this Ajamoda is having Katu Tiktarasa. Now, whenever I say it is helpful, whenever I say uh, Katu Tiktarasa, so this Katu Tiktarasa is undergoing Katu Vipaka is undergoing Katuvipaka and it is Ushna in Virya, Laghu and Ruksha. Laghu and Ruksha are the properties. Now, since it is
Ma'am, what
Laghu and
does Ushna mean? What does Ushna mean?
okay,
The meaning
Ushna,
of Ushna?
yeah, I will tell you. Ushna and Shita you will be coming across many times. Ushna is hot, Shita is cold. Virya
Okay.
is two types, Ushna Virya and Shita Virya. Ushna
Yeah.
is hot, Shita is cold. Okay.
Okay.
Now, many a
Understood.
times,
Yeah.
yeah. You need to understand. So I told in the previous slide, that it is having katurasa, so it will help in reducing the kapha dosha in the body. So similarly here, ajamoda is having katu and tiktarasa. It is also having an effect on kapha dosha in the body. Also, it is having an effect on vata
What?
dosha in the body.
Yeah.
Vata dosha in the body. Why? Because it is Lagu Ruksha and Ushna Virya. It is helping in faster action. It is helping in faster action. It is good for GI disorders. It is good for dysmenorrhea during menses. Basically, all the pains we consider they are due to Vata. But here this is Katutikta and Ushna. Hence, it is helpful in reducing the Udarashula, that is the stomach pain. It is helpful in reducing the stomach pain. There is a medicine called as Ajamoda Arka, which is prepared out of this. It is a distillation process. Okay, the ajwain seeds are used in the distillation process and the liquid is extracted. That particular extract is beneficial in dysmenorrhea. Yes. What do you call this?
Indian gooseberry. Amla.
Yeah.
Amla.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is one of the famous ingredient of one of the famous Ayurvedic medicines. Any idea or any guesses?
Chamanprash.
Very good. Yeah, it's one of the major ingredient of Chavanprash among the more than 100 drugs are there in Chavanprash. Among them, this is major quantity. This is major quantity. Chavanprash is having Indian gooseberry. So this Chavanprash is having among the six rasas. Among the six rasas, except Lavana rasa, except salt taste, it has all the five tastes. It has all the five tastes. Guna, it is Guru and Shita. Virya, it is Shita Virya. Vipaka, it is Madura. This Indian gooseberry or amla is the best drug of choice for prameha, that is diabetes mellitus. It is one of the best drugs for diabetes mellitus. Rogagnata, Prameha, and Raktapitta. Prameha and Raktapitta. Prameha is DM type 2 and Raktapitta is the bleeding disorders. Raktapitta is the bleeding disorders. In the next home remedy slide, you will come to know how do we use this in diabetes mellitus. Okay, so this is a little special. Yeah, anybody is aware of Trifala Churna?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I've heard of it.
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
Churna. There are 3 fruits in that. In that one fruit is this amla fruit or the Indian gooseberry fruit.
Amla,
Yeah.
Haridra, and Bahada.
Harad, yeah, Harad,
Yeah.
Amla, and
Bahada.
Beher. Yeah,
We call
you're
it
right.
Bahada.
Yeah.
Okay, so in that, so this amla is one of the ingredient of that trifla fruits. Okay. Yes. Moving on to another one. All of you are aware of this. Yeah. So here,
Pomegranate. Anar. Yeah.
pomegranate, to take the sweeter part or when it is fully ripened and it's a good quality fruit, then it is Madura and Kashaya Rasa. Madura and Kashaya Rasa. Now, what you can see, the pulpy part, the pink pulpy part is Madura Rasa. The seed within it is Kashaya Rasa. The seed within it is Kashaya Rasa or astringent. Even the rinds of the fruit, you find this yellow part. This yellow part is Kashaya Rasa. The seed is
Kashaya.
Kashaya Rasa. The pulp or the pink part of it is Madhura Rasa. Guna, it is Lagu and Snigdha. Virya, it is Shita, that is cold in potency. Vipaka is Madhura Vipaka. It is the drug of choice for Rakta Pitta. For Pandu, Rakta Pitta is the bleeding disorders. So all of you are aware, pomegranate juice should be given in case of anemia, in case of excess bleeding. It's a common knowledge which you all have. Okay, along with that, it's indicated in anemia and also it is indicated in IBS. It's indicated in IBS, it is indicated in diarrhea. Okay.
Doc,
In
what is
cases of
Pandu?
IBS,
Pandu. What does Pandu mean?
anemia. It's
Sorry, Doc?
indicated anemia,
Anemia. Oh, okay.
loss
What
of
that
blood,
mean?
loss of blood,
Anemic.
resistant.
You mean when someone's
Anemia.
anemic?
Yes,
Yeah, when
yes.
it's anemia. Okay, so we have to go for Dadima. We have to choose or we have to opt for Dadima, that is the Punica granatum or Punicaceae, which belongs to the family of Punicaceae. I will tell its usage again in elaborate or I'll highlight on this in the next session, Punica granatum. Okay, for now, just you can here I've not written IBS. You can mention IBS here. You can mention IBS. Okay, this, yeah, I just want some people to know this. I would request all of you to plant this in your house. Any guesses? North Indians should be able to tell me. I have written the North Indian name of it.
I know Giloy, but I don't know what is the name in our part of India.
Okay, fine. So Giloy is correct. I think Giloy is commonly known. Giloy is basically, we call it as Guruji. Giloy has heart-shaped leaves. Giloy has heart-shaped leaves. Okay. So all of you, we can see I have purposely put this part because many of them, people know that they should use Giloy if they're diabetic. But what they're doing is they're plucking the leaf and eating. They're plucking the leaf and eating. In some sessions, in some starting sessions, I've told. See, when you're taking the medicinal plant, the first session I have told, when we Ayurveda doctors are using, we are using the plant as a okay. We are not taking the extract. But also, in some parts of the plant, the active ingredient is more present. Here in for Giloy plant, active ingredient is more present in its stem. Active ingredient is more present in its stem. Hence, the part used of this Giloy plant. Giloy is basically a creeper. Giloy is basically a creeper. So the part used of this is, or the part which has much more number of inosporin is the stem, hence
Stem.
take of a stem. Okay, and your stem should be like this. It should be at least the thickness of the thumb. It should have the thickness of the thumb, so that you have much amount of alkaloids present in it, or you have much of its chemical constituents more present or more concentrated. Okay, so if you want to grow this plant, you can just cut the stem and then sow it in the soil. Sow it in the soil. And the plant will again regrow. It grows as a creeper, huge creeper. Okay, so plant it today. By next year, I think you'll be able to use it. Not even next year, just before that also you'll be able to use it. It is a very good immunomodulator. It's a very good immunomodulator. I always, at least 40% of my patients in OPD, I advise them this giloy stem juice. I won't call it as a juice or a decoction rather. Giloy stem decoction. I ask them to cut it like this, put it in water, boil it, filter it, and drink the water. Early morning, just get up, brush your teeth, drink this. After half an hour, you can drink something else or have breakfast or anything of that sort. Okay, so it's a very good immunomodulator for people who are suffering from TB because immunity is gone down. Give for people who are suffering from rheumatoid arthritis. Give, it's going to help in maintaining the immunity. See, rheumatoid arthritis patients, they are comfortable. Good means in summer seasons they are comfortable. As the climate changes, their pain increases. So once the climate changes to cold or the temperature drops down, their condition will again worsen. So during that time or even before that, start consuming guduchi water. Start consuming guduchi water. Your presentations will be minimized. Your presentations will be minimized. May not be drastically like how you have impact of medicine, but surely there is an improvement in your immunity. Once your immunity is regulated, then the disease will obviously come down. Disease will obviously come down. For people with repeated upper respiratory tract infections, drink Kuduchi water. For people with loss of appetite, Kuduchi water. For people with fever, Kuduchi water. Long-standing fevers, Kuduchi water. It is one of the best medicines. And you are able to grow it in your garden. Okay. Yeah.
Ma'am, how
Rasa
much
is
are we
like
supposed to reduce it? Like if you put 1 inch, maybe 1 inch in a glass of water, 1 inch
not 1 inch.
stem
No,
or
not
more?
1 inch stem. Yeah, you can take 3 inches at least. Take
Okay,
3 inches. Make them into multiple slices, like how you chop ginger.
yeah.
Chop them like ginger. See, here it is like this. You can even reduce. So this one slice, you make at least 3 slices out of this. See, the reason, I think all of you are very good cooks. The finer you chop, there is more
The
surface area of absorption. The
yes.
finer, there is more surface area of absorption. So depending on your patience and the time limit in the morning, you can chop it into smaller pieces. Put it like
Hmm.
for 100 ml of water, put 3 inch of chopped ginger. Reduce it. It is good if you are able to reduce it to 50 ml. Okay,
Okay.
because of the time constraint, reduce it to 75 ml on a slow flame, on a sim flame, and then
Yeah.
drink it lukewarm. Drink it lukewarm. It's a very
Okay.
good immunomodulator.
And in case of powder, if I've got Giduchi powder, then
Guruchi powder, see, always when you have got Guruchi powder or when you're buying, check whether it is the stem powder or leaf powder. Leaf powder
no,
has
it's
less
the stem powder because it's full of fiber. It
very
has
good.
the stem fiber.
Yeah, if it is stem fiber, you can take 12 grams or roughly 3 spoons with hot water or with honey.
Okay. Or that can also be made into a decoction.
Yeah, you can make it. But see, usually the fine powders, we don't make decoction. Only the
Oh,
powders which are like sticks, which we find it in the form of sticks. Many of the Ayurvedic medicines, if you have come across Patanjali's Patanjali's Divya Peya, it is like sticks only you will find it. So those kind of
okay.
things make decoctions. If it is fine powder, we mix them with half cup warm water and drink it off. Now you should
Okay.
understand the reason. Why are we making
Yeah.
a decoction? Why are we making a powder into water? See, we are
Oh,
making it decoction because it is what do you call it? It is fibrous or the surface area is more. Okay,
yeah.
so you are boiling it and taking the extract out of it. When it is fine powder, it is ready to get absorbed in the body. So you don't have to boil it. Just mix it in the hot
Okay.
water and drink it.
Okay.
And again, why hot water we are suggesting, or when we are asking you to drink decoction, drink it warm, lukewarm. Why? Because again, in the media of hot water, there is good absorption than compared to the
Hmm.
room temperature water or cold water.
Okay,
I never
understood.
seen this in South Africa.
Okay, so just check it on the Google if it's available. But yeah, difficult for cultivation. No, but you can just Google out Guruchi and check out if it is there.
Okay,
Uh,
thank you.
it's a
I
commonly
think
taken plant.
Ma'am,
It's available online. If you want, you can available online.
No, we
There's
do
a
have the
computer site.
powders here.
The
We do
plants you
have
can
the
get
powders.
online.
ma'am, it's good
Uh,
for fever.
Yeah, it is good for fever.
And also bath arthritis.
See, birth arthritis, again, you have to, if it is osteoarthritis, it will not help. If it is rheumatoid arthritis, it will help.
Okay.
Ma'am, and it can be taken throughout the year, all 12 months?
Yeah, you can take it, not an issue.
Okay.
Okay. See, again, see, it is having an effect on Pitta dosha. It is having an effect on Pitta dosha. In rheumatoid arthritis, Pitta dosha is reduced. In rheumatoid arthritis, Pitta dosha is reduced. Hence, you are supposed to take Guduchi water there. In osteoarthritis, Vata dosha is increased. So there you are supposed to take, which will reduce the Vata dosha in the body, like milk and ghee, etc. Moving on to
So,
another.
for osteoarthritis, which plant herb can we use?
For osteoarthritis, which plant herb? May not be herbs. For osteoarthritis, milk and ghee are beneficial. Milk and ghee are.
Okay.
Sorry, ma'am.
Milk and ghee.
Okay. And amla? Amla also madhurana? Amlaki?
Yeah, amlaki is having madhurasa, but it's not having any action on the bones or the joints, etc.
Okay.
We need to consider various factors to see whether it will have an effect on that particular disease or the system. Okay,
Ma'am,
next.
osteoarthritis is Vata dosha, na? Is
Yeah,
uh,
osteoarthritis is caused due to Vata dosha and reduction of Kapha dosha.
okay.
Increased Vata dosha, reduction of Kapha dosha. Okay. Haridra is having Tikta Katurasa. Laghu Ruksha Guna. It is Laghu, it is Ruksha. It is having Ushna Virya, Katu Vipaka. Drug of choice for diabetes mellitus. Drug of choice for skin diseases. For urticarial rashes. For upper respiratory tract infections. Upper respiratory tract infections. Hingu or Assafoetida. Hingu or Assafoetida is having Katurasa. How many of you are using this Assafoetida in the kitchen?
I am.
I do.
Yes.
I do.
Okay. See, this is very good for bloating, for all the diseases of Vata, especially Apana Vata. See, all of you have studied or all of you are aware that there are three doshas, Vata, Pitta and Kapha. Now these Vata, Pitta and Pittas and five Kaphas. So among one type of Vata, that is Apana Vata. See, we are all defecating, we are micturing. So that is, we are defecating, passing stools, we are passing the urine. Okay, that helps in parturition, that is the delivery of the baby. All these three actions are the actions wherein the Vata is in the downward direction. See, that when I say defecation or passing of stool is Vata's activity, that means Vata has to be in the downward direction. If we are passing urine, Vata has to be in downward direction. To expel the baby out of the womb, Vata has to be in downward direction. So this Hingu has an effect on the substance, on the activities of the body where the Vata should be in downward direction. Somebody is not having proper menstruation. That means Vata, Apana Vata is not functioning well. Apana Vata is not functioning well. Somebody is having stomach pain, that means apana vata is not in its normal position. If apana vata was in downward direction, then patient would have not got the stomach pain during menses. So here just what I want to highlight is hingu is the substance of choice for apana vata dushti. Somebody is having constipation, use good amount of hingu. This may not be the best or the complete treatment. Yes, it will help to some extent. It will help to some extent.
Ma'am, what exactly is this? Is it a herb or a spice? I mean, where is it extracted from?
See, it is a resin of a
It's a
plant.
kind
It's
of
a
gum.
yeah,
Okay,
gum. It's a gum of a plant. Resin.
okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
Jeeraka is the cumin seeds. Ambelliferrae family. Katu, Laghu Ruksha, Ushna, and Katuvipaka, Atisara, Agnimandya. See, we are all giving seasoning. We are all giving tadka, bagar. We are giving jeeraka. Why we have to add cumin to it? Because it's going to help in kindling the appetite. It's going to help in kindling the appetite. So bagar has to be given with jeeraka. We are giving bagar, or we are doing the seasoning with mustard seeds. Mustard seeds are basically vermicidal. Mustard seeds are basically vermicidal. Kumari, aloe vera, it's there in everyone's garden. Rasa, tikta rasa, pichila guna. Pichila is the slimy nature of it. Guru, heavy, snigdha, antas, tikta virya, katuvipaka. It's beneficial in skin diseases and in cases of burns. In case of burns, you're in the kitchen, hot pan touches you. Immediately go apply aloe vera. Or even faster than aloe vera, I think you'll find the ghee in the kitchen. Apply ghee. Maricha, pepper, piper nigrum, hyperacea. Katu, Lagu, Tishna, Sukshma. See, this Sukshma is it is able to penetrate in the smallest parts of the body. Important. Virya is Ushna. Katu Vipaka. It is indicated in cold and cough. It's indicated in cold and cough. Whenever we find children or even elders in rainy season, in winter season, more exposed to or more prone to cold and cough. More exposed or more prone to cold and cough. For children, just take one pinch of this maricha powder, just one pinch of your pepper powder, mix it with honey and make them lick. Make them lick. Because it is honey, I will not find it as a challenge to make children eat. Okay, for elders, take 3 pinches, mix it with honey and take it in cases of cold and cough. When you feel that you are just going to catch cold and cough, or it's 1 or 2 days that you're suffering from cold and cough, you can start. This alone may not be beneficial in the cold since 2 to 3 days or more pronounced cold. But yes, in case of productive cough, that is cough with sputum, etc. conditions, this can be given along with honey. Okay,
Ma'am,
Doctor?
is it true? Is it true that curcumin in haldi is more effective if it's taken with a pinch of pepper powder?
yeah, very, very, very true.
Yeah. Doctor, why does it create the bioavailability for like turmeric and so on? It tends to open up the blood vessels, or what is the benefit of it? Why it creates a very good bioavailability?
See, pepper is having this sukshma property of it. This sukshma property of it, as he said, it's going to open up the channels. We don't actually say blood vessels. We cannot exactly say blood vessels. It's going to help in opening up the channels. And because of this sukshma property, it is able to penetrate in the smallest of areas. So hence, drug is delivered to the smallest of areas.
Very interesting. Thank you for that explanation.
Fenugreek, Metica, fenugreek, Trigonella fenugreecum. Okay. Katu tikta rasa, laghu snigdha guna, ushna virya, katu vipaka. Enhances breast milk secretion. We are giving this fenugreek seeds or fenugreek leaves. We are making into sabji or anything in the palatable form. It is advised to the postpartum lady, the lady who is in her lactation period. So this will help in increasing the breast milk. It acts as galactogogue. It's called as a galactococ. It helps in enhancing it helps in the secretion of the breast milk. Neem. You people have to tell me where all you are using neem, or where all you feel you should use neem.
Hello, ma'am.
Mm.
Fenugreek is some. I read fenugreek is help for Vata dasha, but fenugreek is not Madhura and Amla. Then
Mm. Mm.
what if I?
See,
Uh,
but
mm,
we are not using fenugreek in Vata. We are not
is
using.
help for Vata? Hello.
Hello.
Fenugreek is help for Vata dasha.
No, it's not going to be helpful for Vata dosha.
Okay.
Moving on to Nimba.
Is neem a good blood cleanser?
Yeah, very good
Yeah.
cleanser.
Mm-hmm.
For datun, for cleaning your teeth.
Yeah, it is used.
Right.
Is it good for diabetic also?
Yeah.
Yes, people are eating it. Yes, it
Why,
is advised.
doctor,
have
why is it good for improving the immune system?
Nimba is not exactly helpful in immunity or increasing the immunity. Neem
Or is it
is not. We don't have reference that it will improve the immunity, but what it is it will help. It is highly beneficial in skin diseases, diabetes, and also in cases of worm infestations. In those conditions, it is beneficial. You can take it as an antiviral, antibacterial, all that. It is helpful in those conditions.
Doc, what you
so
said,
so
is it for worm infestation?
Mm-hmm.
so if it's worm
So is it for all
infestation,
types of
also cloves also help with worms, doc.
I did get you,
Doc,
Reggie. Hello.
Hello, yes, sorry.
Yeah, I didn't get you. Can you please
I
pardon?
say also with worm infestation, does clove also help with that?
Clove. Yes. But if neem is working up to 80%, clove will work up to 10 to 20%.
Okay, thank you.
okay,
Okay.
So
But
neem
Doc,
is
so
far more. Yeah.
for
okay,
like
so
when we talk about dental caries, neem is also beneficial, clove is also beneficial. Dental caries is also due to some kind of worm. Okay.
Mm.
So
uh,
in dental caries, clove is beneficial, but in terms of the GI manifested worm infestation, I feel clove has no much role. Neem has a better role.
So neem is
so
much more efficacy.
Efficacious, yes.
Yes.
okay,
Okay. Thank
Doc,
you.
just a question: if neem works as an 80% cleanser for worm infestation, what else can we combine with that so we can clear out all types of worms?
Can I
There is
come in here? Yeah.
yeah. There is another substance or drug called as Vidanga.
Ashwagandha,
No,
No.
Vidanga.
Vidanga.
Inanga.
I don't know. I am unable to recall the botanical name at the moment. Vidanga,
Ma'am, there is.
there is something called as
Yeah.
embellified Vidanga seeds. So that along with neem can be combined. That along can
Okay.
be neem can be combined.
Okay,
Ma'am,
so it will
can
release all types of worms.
papaya seeds also be used for GI tract worms?
Yes,
I am not aware. I'm not aware.
yes, I've heard of
Okay.
that with the papaya seed powder.
Maybe I'm
Yeah.
not aware.
Okay.
How much quantity in what form we should take? Actually, it's raw form or it should be dried. This neem.
See, when you're taking for especially concentrating on the worm infestation, or simply, people who are prone to eating more of sweets or children eating more of sweets, what you can do is, if it's children, this neem along with embellia ripe seeds powder can be mixed. For children, you can just give it up to children. When I say children, like below 5 years, you can give them in pinches, 3 to 5 pinches of this powder along with jaggery. It should be mixed along with jaggery and given. Reason being to improve the palatability. And also we believe that once you are giving sweet, the worms will get attracted and it will be evacuated out. Okay, so we are advising this with the powder with jaggery only for children below 5 years. For adults, there is something called as Vidanga Rishta that's available. But again, that same Vidanga along with that similar ribes along with Azadirachta indica can be mixed and given up to 6 grams morning and 6 grams night. 6 grams is roughly 1.5 spoon you can give. So that spoon also, varies with respect to the finer powder. If it's more finer powder, then the grams will be more. So roughly 1.5 spoon you can give it to adults. For children below 14 or up to 20. For adults like us, you can take up to 12 gram morning, 12 gram night.
How about taking raw leaves? How about taking raw leaves?
No, make a powder of this, no? Better than raw.
Okay. Is any harm in taking raw leaves? Fresh?
There is no harm. There is no harm. There is no harm.
Okay, right.
When you are making a powder, preferred is the neem bark. But anyways, the azadirachtin is present even in the leaves. It is much better available with the bark, wherein you can powder it easily also. But if you want to simply try it with leaves, yes, you can take.
Okay. Doc, can you just repeat for children? You said below 5 years, 3 to 5 pinches with jaggery. How many times a day?
Once or twice, based on condition, based on age. If you feel it is more severe, then give 2 times. If you feel it's less severe, simply a detox like you want to give it once like that for 1 week and then stop it.
Okay. Like on this side, we get it as a powder form.
Yeah, that powder only. Mix it with Embele Ripes powder. It will be available. Mix it with that powder and give. If Embele Ripes is not available, simply neem or mix it with jaggery and give it.
Okay.
Especially you can give this when you're having people with fungal infections. The fungal infection is a disease, tinea, which is available in from children to the adults. Sometimes if single person is having fungal infection at home, there is high chances that the whole family gets affected. During that time, keep it as a drug. If one person is suffering, give it to the whole family, blanket treatment for the whole family. The affected person should take more quantity. Half the quantity should be given to the children, the others who are unaffected, because there is high chance it will be spreading from one person to the other person. You can give this. And also we are using neem paste. We are making a paste out of fresh neem leaf juice, fresh neem leaves, and we are applying it as a paste over the body in cases of fungal infections, in cases of eczema, especially weeping eczema or eczema with itching. In those conditions, we are applying the neem paste. Excellent results. But people don't follow when we tell them in our OPD because they are not paying for it.
Can I just ask another question? The neem for the worm infestation, for the duration of it, is it 1 month, 2 months? How long can we give a patient?
No. You can give it for 1 week or 15 days and then stop it.
Okay.
And if you are giving it for 1 month or 2 months also, it's not going to take away the life for it.
Okay. Thank you.
All and Indians will be aware of this. Holy basil, Osam Sanctum Lamiaceae family. Yes, all of us are aware that it's good for cold, cough, and fever. Just in cases of rainy seasons, if you have tulsi pot, just take a few leaves, put it into the water, boil it, and drink. 100 ml until don't take 50 ml water. Take at least 15 to 20 leaves, boil the water, and you can even chew the leaves or filter the leaves and take away the decoction. Cinnamon Zelenica. This is available in our kitchen spices again. What do you call this? Dalchini.
Dalchini. Yeah.
Katu Madura and Tektarasa, Lagu Ruksha Tikshna, Virya is Ushna Virya, Katu Vipaka, Tvakvikara. We are not extensively or all the time using. I am also not using this all the time. Yes, but it is beneficial in skin diseases, etc. In my prescriptions, this is very less present. But yes, if I'm not practicing, doesn't mean nobody else is doing it. The others may be using it in practice. Yes, thank you. Any questions? See this. Basically, like today's concept is like you should know Rasaguna Vira Vipaka, and then accordingly you'll be able to know in what conditions to use. This is a little core of Ayurveda, a little difficult to understand maybe. So this is base for you to understand the next concept of home remedies. Like after attending the session, you should have little logic as to why are we giving this in current condition. So next home remedy session also simple tricks they are. You can adopt them as a base for the next session. It's okay if you don't remember the Rasaguna Veera of everything. And it's also difficult to remember. Yes, since we are commonly and repeatedly prescribing this, we are aware of it. That's it. But me as a student to learn this also, it was difficult. Any questions are welcome.
Doctor, if you could, with the spices especially, I know like the latest slides, the last few slides now, there was a very good, simple explanation. But the previous ones, some of them it's very difficult to understand what it is because there's no English terminology towards it or something we don't understand completely.
Okay, I'll just reframe it with respect to the English words and give it. Not an issue.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Ma'am, ashwagandha for which dasha? Ashwagandha?
Ashwagandha is basically for Vata. Ashwagandha is basically for Vata. Vata dosha.
Doctor, do you have a remedy for or something to enhance the immunity system itself? I know we use a few things here with turmeric, pepper, and so on. Do you have anything specifically that we could use here?
Yeah, I told you, Guduchi or the Giloy or Sporocordifolia. That's very good immunomodulate. Use that.
You don't have to have a whole lot of different things together. Then that's.
Giloy, I think Giloy powder also is available in your country. Use Giloy powder, and if you are accessible to Giloy in the stem form, then it's really good. Giloy is very good immunomodulator.
Okay.
Ma'am, Google is for also help for Vata dasha, na?
Very good. It is drug of choice for Vata dosha, Gugulu.
Okay, Google.
It is the best drug of choice for Vata dosha.
What is Gugulo?
Google is again like how we came across asafoetida as one of the gums of a plant. Google is
This is what is used in havans and all also. Is that the one?
see, that is different. See, that is also resin. See, Gugulu or what they are the gum part of some plants. When you are taking the gum of Commiphora mucul, then it is the Gugulu. What she says is the vata pacifying agent. Vata pacifying agent. That which we are using in Havan, we are not using it as a medicine.
Okay.
Use it in Havan.
And how is this? How is this Gugulu supposed to be taken as?
One second. There are two questions. Any one of you answer. Any one of you ask me.
Okay, Mala, you can go first.
Thank you. Doc, Gugulu, can it be used for cholesterol?
Yes, yes. But prolonged usage of Gugulu has to be taken care in case of reproductive age group. Prolonged use should not be done in case of reproductive age group. There are chances it may land up in infertility. Okay, whenever we are using Gugulu, we give a gap. If we are giving it for 2 months, give a gap for 10 to 15 days or 1 month gap. 3 months if you are using Gugulu, 1 month gap and then continuing. Prolonged usage of Gugulu should not be done.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome.
Ma'am, ashwagandha can use for bath. This is not harmful, no? Ashwagandha.
See, I don't say any, so I can't say something is harmful or not. If you are taking ashwagandha 10 capsules per day, it's really going to be harmful. Okay, so everything depends on the condition and the dosage and the duration.
Ma'am, I wanted to know how can Gugulu be consumed?
See, basically now we are having Gugulu is basically a binding agent. It acts as a binding agent. We are having various Gugulus as medicines. Like it may be Trayodashanga Gugulu, Simhanada Gugulu, Yogaraja Gugulu, Mahayogaraja Gugulu, etc. We have various Gugulu preparations. The reasons are that Gugulu is one of the major ingredients of these different medicines. So we are giving
Okay.
this, the various names I told, we are using them for different conditions. We are using them for different conditions. Especially me, when I am prescribing Gugulu, I always see that as I told, we are giving after 2 months or 3 months, we are giving a gap and then giving. And also I'm using it with caution in cases of reproductive age group. Or if they're
Hmm.
having a plan for conception and all, then I reduce my prescription on Gugulu prescription.
Okay.
And wherever I'm giving Gugulus as medicine, like our one of our participant is suffering from osteoarthritis. So in that condition, drug of choice is Yogaraja Gugulu and another would be Simhanada Gugulu. So either I first write Simhanada Gugulu, then shift to Yogaraja Gugulu, or first Yogaraja Gugulu, then to Simhanada Gugulu. I see it varies from it, patient to patient and their presentation. Then I always medicines, I always tell them to take these tablets in the crushed form, because Gugulu is having, since it's a binding agent, it is hard or it takes more time to disintegrate in the body. Hence, I ask them to crush it and mix it with hot water and take. This is basically my prescription or my way of prescribing it to my patients. Okay,
Hmm.
so crushing it and taking it, there is faster action. So we have a participant here, right? If your bowel here is correct, if you are daily passing your stools, then you can opt for Yogaraja Gugulu. Take 2 tablets, crush it, and then mix it with hot water and drink for better results. For better results.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Any questions?
Doc, what is a good herb to use to reduce cholesterol in the body?
See, that's instead of choosing a herb, choose exercise.
Okay.
There is no other option than exercise. Or else,
Okay.
first exercise. Second, if you are free of thoughts, if you are free from tension, just leading a lavish luxury life, cut down on that. Surely you will reduce. Next, if at all you are prone to some diseases like hypothyroidism, correct hypothyroidism, that will come back to normalcy. Suffering from DM type 2, correct DM type 2, it will come to normalcy. Okay, then plan for herbs. See, basically,
Uh-huh.
I personally, with respect to my clinical practice, I always feel with the experience I have gained, it is not the medicines which act for obesity. It is the willpower to reduce weight that will act.
Hmm.
Power and
Mm-hmm.
that what we determine should be put it into action. Then that will help.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Having
True
various,
that.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we are having various treatments like Udvartana, Virechana, Vamana. Yes, you are at my hospital. I reduce your weight up to 7 to 8 kgs and send you in 10 to 15 days. But once you go home, again you eat the fat-rich food and junk food and lead a lavish, luxurious life. You will regain it. So it's all in your hand. It's all in your hand,
Definitely. Mm.
especially with the obesity.
Yeah.
You recommend exercise or asanas actually, which is beneficial actually? Suppose we get half an hour to 1 hour time, whether we should go for exercises or asana practices.
Can go for asana practices
Awesome.
or just, no, both can be done as per one's choice. Now, when we talk about asanas or when we want to talk about yoga, it is the hatha yoga practice that which is going to help in reducing the obesity. Like assuming you are having a belly fat, you have to do padahastasana. You have to do padahastasana. Now, for a commoner, for a person who is not obese, padahastasana he can say for less than 1 minute. But a person with obesity who wants to reduce the abdominal fat, he has to do a Hatha Yoga practice of Padahastasana, determining that he will hold that position for 5 minutes. How far you can do it is left to your willpower. Initially start with 30 counts, that means 30 seconds. Make it 1 minute, then gradually increase and hold in that position. So Hatha Yoga practice is advised for obesity. And you do either asanas or you do either exercises. See, when we talk about exercise, I mean the normal cardiac exercises are not going for gym exercises. If you ask me whether gymming or asanas is an option, I always would say asanas are a better option than gymming. In gymming, you will have good weight reduction, but you are overworking, you are making your body overdo it to a greater extent. Don't do that. Okay, if you ask gym and asanas as an option, obviously it is 100% asanas. But if you ask me simple exercises along with asanas as an option, yes, you can do both, or you can practice anyone. Not an issue. Not an issue. But
In
what
asanas, we
about
don't burn any calories. We don't sweat actually in asanas. But when we do exercises or walking, we sweat. So doctors say, normally allopathic doctors say you should be sweating. But in
see?
asanas, we don't sweat.
No. See, whatever doctor has told you is perfect. Even when I explained you about Vyayama in Dinacharya, I told you when you should stop your exercises when you are having a sweat from forehead. But the same thing, you ask obese people, they work for 100 meters, they will start sweating. Why? Because they're they are more prone to excessive sweating. Okay, but for a normal, medium, or moderate built person, for them to sweat is difficult. So you hold that, as I said, do Padahastasana, do the what you call leg lifting, etc. Hatha yoga practice, you do, definitely you will sweat. Definite. You will sweat only if you have adopted the correct posture.
Surya Namaskar.
Yeah,
Excellent.
Surya Namaskar you do. In each pose of Surya Namaskar, stay for 5 minutes. I'll see how you won't sweat. Adopt the pose.
Definitely.
Adopt the pose
Especially if
perfectly.
you increase the speed of it.
Yeah.
No,
That
yeah, okay.
increase the speed also, and also stay in the position. Both will work out. See, whenever we
Yeah.
used to practice Surya Namaskara, like initially it used to be the regular ones, like just all the asanas do it for like hold it like a normal rhythmic count. Then hold that particular posture. 3 rounds of Surya Namaskara holding that particular posture. And when you are saying posture, it has to be a perfect posture. Okay, no compromise with respect to the posture. Like you are saying, what do you call? You are adopting a hill pose or a downward facing dog pose, etc. Any pose, you hold that particular posture or Ashwasanchalanasana. We adopt that particular pose very perfectly and stay in that posture. Okay, then next, another last, when you are concluding, the last 3 rounds can be done very vigorously. And then once you have, see, always, whoever is having wellness centers or are practicing yoga teachers, remember, if you are having 1 hour session, 45 minutes if you are conducting yoga, 15 minutes have to be relaxation. So you are
Pranayam.
your body for 75 for 45 minutes, then 15 minutes you are going to relax the body. 15 minutes you are going to relax the body. This has to be a rule when you are practicing. Maybe you are doing it for the deceased, you are doing it for the healthy, for obese or lean build. For everybody, it is the same rule that you have to follow. Don't just
Ma'am,
stimulate and leave it.
yeah, relaxing as in doing pranayam or shavasana?
Both pranayam also
Both.
can be taken, shavasana also can be taken.
Okay.
Doc, what is a good vitamin supplementation to
See,
use?
we don't Ayurveda, no, we don't have something called as a vitamin supplement. Okay, like many a times our patients ask vitamin B12 deficiency, what do I do? I ask you, with vitamin B12 deficiency, what is that you are facing? Accordingly, I will choose drug. Okay, different people face different issues. So, what is that you are facing? Accordingly, I will choose the drug.
Okay, because normally it said if we vegetarian or whatever, we're not getting the proper nutrition from food, so we have to supplement.
But that's
So,
not
like
true.
no, I know that, but I mean because of not eating properly, we suffer with lack of vitamins. So I just wanted to know, if we can maybe supplement with maybe moringa.
See, I don't have a direct reference that moringa has vitamins. But if you are having some kinds of pains, then using moringa is beneficial.
Okay.
Moringa also help for Vata Dasha, no?
Yes, moringa has an effect on Vata dosha. It's very good to control Vata dosha.
Okay. So it's like B12s or your B vitamins. Maybe you're too stressed out. So work on the stress and normalize that. Is that what you're saying, Doc?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
But B12, I think, is rich in fermented foods and sprouted cereals, pulses, sorry, the green gram. Is that right, ma'am?
You can take.
Okay.
But always remember your vitamin D is from the sunshine.
Yeah.
That's
taking
right.
that was free. Because it also has a direct effect on your cells in your body.
Yeah. And I think minus the sunscreen.
Yeah, you want to block. Yeah, well, that's very debatable as well, depending on individuals.
Okay, shall we conclude the session?
Yes, ma'am.
Doctor, just before that, I just want to ask this question. I know it's not within the context of what we're studying right now, but our cells in our body, does it act as almost like a solar panel to receive the sunshine into those areas?
See, basically, we have skin as the barrier which prevents us from hot, cold, etc. So the skin cells have receptors which will receive the energy from the sun. Skin cells have receptors. Now forget early morning sun rays are rich in vitamin D. But again, you find some people who get sun rashes or rashes on exposure to sun. Okay, rashes on exposure to sun. So there they're having sensitivity of the skin, which is producing rashes on exposure to sun or extreme heat of the sun, going to cause rashes. Yes, we do have cells which act as receptors.
So it'll be a good practice to do our Surya Namaskar or chanting at 6 o'clock in the morning, just when the sun is just, okay, in South Africa, I know in this time of the year, the sun is just rising, or what I always say, not sun rising, earth rising.
Okay, yeah. It is good to do Surya Namaskara facing the sun. It is good. And that too, you're very particular that in the early morning sun, yeah, it is beneficial. It is beneficial. Simple. You just think of yourself. You just practically observe, or you just can practically think of you yourself doing yoga in your room and doing it in an open space. Obviously, with less of air and sound pollution, you would enjoy doing it in an open air. Yes, and obviously with the rays of the sun, it's going to keep you active. It's going to keep you active, and also there will be proper melanin secretion from the body. Like whenever we are having patients with vitiligo is a disease where there is white patches all over the body or in some parts of the body. We ask them to apply some medicine and sit it in and expose that medicine applied part to the early morning sun. Because of the sun's rays, there will be melanin secretion in the skin, and hence that will impart the normal color to the skin. So there, on the applied part, the cells are going to get activated and secrete the melanin, which is essential for imparting the pigment to the skin.
Just for something I observed myself is to see the rising of the earth is just when you see the break of that between the sun and the earth, and then you see and visualize totally and concentrate and focus on that area, and you see the changes between the sun and the earth before it's breaking through. It's a very miraculous experience for me as a Hindu, that why we should salute the sun and salute the earth as well, Mother Earth. it's a very good experience when you see these things happening.
Yeah, that's true. I also enjoy visualizing this. Yes. Yeah, time constraint and all. But yes, it is a very nice experience to visualize. I agree.
Doc, can I ask one more question?
Yeah.
You spoke about vitiligo. What herbs can we use? How can we? Yeah.
Oh, no. Don't even think of treating it yourself or don't try any home remedies. You need to have a very good approach for vitiligo. It's not everyone's cup of tea.
Okay.
When it comes
I
to
check.
doctors,
Yes.
there are few doctors who really give you very good results with respect to vitiligo. Okay, we have a few doctors at Kopargaon, which is a place near Shirdi, and he gives tremendous results. And one person in Nagpur, Maharashtra, tremendous results for vitiligo.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
Ma'am, wheatgrass is for help for immunity.
Wheatgrass, I will not comment. I'm not using it in my practice, and it's not an Ayurvedic input, so I am not
It's
commenting on
not a, okay. It's not Ayurvedic. It's not any dosha. मतलब
it.
बात
No,
पित्त कफा.
no, let me not discuss about it. I'm not interested in that area.
Okay.
And sunflower seeds.
Sunflower seeds. Basically, we don't have reference for sunflower seeds in Ayurveda. And comprehending its action. No, I'm not in. I may not be right in telling about its action on doshas, but just the sunflower seed give oil. So just that I can say that it will reduce vata, but I may be wrong. You know, when in childhood we used to eat sunflower seeds. That used to aggravate pitta in the body. Sunflower seeds.
Okay.
Ma'am, then what about pumpkin, watermelon, and muskmelon seeds, like the muggers we call in India, the Sat muggers or something?
Yeah. I basically feel pumpkin seeds will actually help in nourishment. They'll increase the kapha dosha in the body.
Okay.
I can tell you about pumpkin seeds. Muskmelon, I feel it increases the pitta dosha. Muskmelon, pitta dosha,
Hmm.
which
Oh,
is the watermelon. Watermelon will
Watermelon.
facilitate pitta dosha. Muskmelon aggravate pitta dosha. And pumpkin seeds can be eaten by people who want to put on weight.
Sorry, they want to put on weight.
Yeah, who wants to become fat, who are lean built can use pumpkin.
Mm-hmm.
Pumpkin seeds. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
ma'am, the seeds will have a different guna as compared to the fruit itself, or the fruit will have the same guna as the seed.
Sometimes they may be same, sometimes they are.
This ginger, the dried ginger is good or raw ginger is good?
Both are good.
Okay.
Both are good. Both are having different properties. And sometimes we can use them instead of the other. If one is not available, the other can be used.
Okay.
Okay, shall we conclude?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. It was really
Thank you,
nice.
ma'am.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you.
Namaste. Namaste.
Namaste.
Didi.
Namaste.
Good night.